28,000 years ago, someone buried a child. Not hastily, not as if they were simply disposing of a body. The grave had been prepared. Red pigment surrounded the remains. Small shell ornaments had been placed beside the body. The child appears to have been wrapped carefully before being laid in the ground. Why would people living in the harsh world of the Ice Age devote such care to the burial of a 4-year-old? The remains were discovered in Portugal's Lagar Valley, at a rock shelter known as Lagar Velho. In 1998, archaeologists excavating the site uncovered an unusual patch of sediment stained with red ochre. As the soil was carefully removed, the outline of a small skeleton slowly appeared beneath the surface. The bones belonged to a child who had died at around 4 years of age, during the Upper Paleolithic roughly 28,000 years ago. The remains were remarkably well preserved. The skeleton lay deliberately placed within a shallow grave. Traces of red ochre pigment stained both the bones and the surrounding soil, suggesting that the body had been covered with the pigment as part of the burial ritual. Nearby, archaeologists found perforated shell ornaments, small objects that had been intentionally modified and may once have been sewn onto clothing or worn as decoration before being placed in the grave. There are also signs that the child may have been wrapped in animal skin before burial. Taken together, these details show that the preparation was deliberate and careful. The effort required time and intention. It also raises a deeper question about life in the Ice Age. The people living in this region were hunter-gatherers surviving in a cold and unpredictable environment. Daily life revolved around finding food, moving across the landscape, and enduring a climate far harsher than modern Europe. Yet even under those conditions, people took time to prepare a ceremonial burial for a child. Why? One possible answer lies in something deeply human, the instinct to mourn. But the skeleton itself introduced another puzzle. When researchers studied the bones more closely, they noticed features that did not fit neatly into expectations. Some traits appeared consistent with modern humans, while others resembled characteristics often associated with Neanderthals. This unusual combination sparked debate among scientists. Some researchers suggested the child might represent a population where Neanderthals and modern humans had interbred, leaving traces of both lineages in the skeleton. Others argue that the bones fall within the natural variation of early modern humans and do not necessarily indicate mixed ancestry. Even now, researchers cannot fully agree on how to interpret those features. What remains undeniable is the burial itself. Long before cities, agriculture, or written history, someone stood in this small rock shelter in Portugal and prepared a grave. They placed ornaments beside the body. They covered the child with red pigment. Even in the deep Ice Age, people were already expressing something we still recognize today: the need to mourn their dead.